This first one is huge, and I've seen this abused so many times. Right in the middle of a counseling session we'll be doing, and a woman will do this one. So don't do this. Don't bring up past failures and fling them in the face of your husband.
What if they do that to you, though?
Well, that's not okay either. And you can gently say, you know what, can we just keep it current? Let's keep the past in the past. I'm trying to keep your past in the past, so would you also do me the favor of keeping my past in the past? Let's deal with what's current day. Because that is not fighting fair to keep on bringing up the old stuff and reminding them. That is so, especially deflating for a man, extremely deflating for a man, because he feels like he can never be rid of that shame, because you just keep on dredging it up in the heat of the battle or whatever. And I know women personally, some women that I just dearly love, that just, in fact, I have this one woman who came up to me after a session and was telling me this story of, and I was like, oh my gosh, your husband did all this stuff, yeah, he kissed this woman right in front of me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, and like, when did this happen? Well, see, about 25 years ago. But sometimes I know we carry it sometimes because we haven't really dealt with it. We haven't really maybe worked through whatever the issue was with our husbands fully. And so we just keep on dragging this garbage along, and we keep on throwing in their face too. And it is just a death knell for your marriage. So don't bring up old stuff. Keep it current. If there's a conflict about his behavior now, deal with that. Not things that happened 5 years ago, 25 years ago, whatever. Okay. Let's go to another don't. Don't compare your husband to other men during a conflict. It is really disrespectful to say, why can't you be more like the pastor? Or my dad never did things like that, or, whatever. Don't do that. Don't go deep into a topic of conflict while either one of you is tired, hungry, or already stressed. Because that's not going to win. That's not going to be a winner for either one of you, right? Don't roll your eyes at your husband. Period. Oh, it's so tempting though, isn't it? I secretly roll my eyes when I turn away. Don't tell anybody. Because sometimes I'm just like, really? And I'll turn around and just go, oh, okay. I know God sees me, but I just kind of go, let's chuckle together about this, God. Don't scold your husband like he's a little child. And sometimes we get that air about us, like that we're scolding them. And don't make sweeping negative statements about their character. I've been in several counseling sessions with couples on this one too, and the woman right in front of us will just say, he is such a jerk. He is such a loser. Just sweeping condemnations of their character. And you can just see the guy like sinking down. It's so oppressive to just deal with what the facts of the behavior are, but don't give this huge negative identity to him about like, this is who I see you. You are evil, disgusting, selfish. When you sign those labels, how would you like that label? None of us want to be assigned an identity that's a negative character quality. So deal with his behavior if it's upsetting to you, but don't assign a sweeping negative label to him. Don't talk down to him like he's a dummy. And don't raise your voice. Speak gently at a volume that would be okay at a nice restaurant. Oh, that's a challenge. Okay, the do's. Do tell your husband you want to try to understand his perspective. Sometimes that's all I have to say in a conflict with Raul, to just say that, and the tone of the whole thing changes. If I just say, I do want to try to understand your perspective. And he's like, finally, someone wants to know what I think, or whatever. So just even that little statement. Do stick to one topic. Resist the temptation to bring out a long list of complaints. Because women also are famous for this. We stack up a bunch of things, and then we finally decide to deal with them because we're ready. And we've got like the scroll. Okay, let's just start with the letter A, kind of like my teaching, the letter A, and they're like, deer in the headlights. So keep it to one topic. Does anyone else do that? I think so, because you were all laughing. I do. I like conflict avoiders. I think are special. We're specialists in this.
Per day.
Yeah, per day. Yeah, because we store them up because we don't want to do the conflict anyway. Conflict avoiders, and so then when we're finally ready, it's like, oh boy, howdy, I have got the list going. So pick one thing, stick to that. Do reaffirm your love and commitment to your husband at the beginning of the conversation. So reaffirm your love and commitment at the beginning. Here's a big one. Do be a good listener and avoid interrupting or correcting him. Ooh, I can't stand waiting for him to finish his sentences. I just want to finish the form so we can move on. You know? Oh, that's so disrespectful. So I'm not very good at this part. I'm just going to be honest. But I need to get better at being a good listener and avoid interrupting and correcting and pointing out flaws and yeah. Wait till he's finished speaking. Do paraphrase what you think your husband is saying and ask if you understand him correctly, because sometimes we don't. Do consult God silently during the course of the argument and ask the Holy Spirit to give you wisdom and guidance and a correct perspective. Do tell your husband you need to take a break if you find yourself beginning to boil with rage. Don't wait until you've already boiled over. And do tell your husband that you're taking a short break if he begins to yell or rage at you. Just tell him, I'm going to take a break. It's not okay for you to talk to me like that. I need to take a break. Let's come back and talk later. I've said this again, but I'm going to say it 20 million times. Do work toward a compromise that addresses the most important concerns of both of you. This means that both of you, neither one of you should get 100% of the things all the time. If you are always winning every argument, there is something wrong with your relationship. Because you're probably not even considering your husband's perspective, and for some reason he's letting you mow over him, and that's probably not healthy for him. He'll check out because he's not feeling validated. And do thank him at the end of the conversation. Voice your appreciation for how he worked with you to find an acceptable solution or compromise.